Hello everyone, my name is Sailor Trash, and welcome to today's tutorial on how to make this boss-ass freaking background right here. Alright, so first thing that you're going to need is, of course, the most recent version of Blender, which is 2.76b. And here's what we're going to do to begin with. Before we even start getting the whole modeling deal going, we need the textures for, this awesomeness in this. And it's only two, and they're free. I just kind of found them off the internet. But, I'm gonna have to do a reverse search because I don't know where I even got them from. Well, that's helpful. Anyway, alright, whatever. I'll search for it later and leave the link in the description. Anyway, yeah, let's just go ahead and, wrong button, get right in there. Alright, so first thing is just double tap A, or the A key, and hit X. And actually, well. Okay, so first thing, of course, save whatever you got here, delete everything, and go ahead and press 7 on the number pad to get you into your top view. And if you don't have a number pad, there is a way in user preferences to use just your regular number keys up above the keyboard. I don't know how, and I'm not going to show you, but just to let you know so you don't freak out and give up hope and whatever. Anyway, so once you do that, press 5, and that'll bring you into orthographic view. And you can tell that you're in orthographic view because the grid looks freaking weird. And it just looks weird. Next thing you're going to do is go ahead and open up your little tool thing here. There's a little plus button. Click that. Go all the way down to background images. And check that. Let me make this bigger so you can actually see it. And then you're going to go ahead and click on add image. And make sure that this is cool, and then hit open. And I'm going to, and there we go. I'm going to use the reference image that I got off the internet here to basically trace all the way around it with little vertices and stuff. So that's the name. Where is it? This one. There you go. So now we can get that out of the way. I'm pretty sure you already know how this is going to work. If you don't, it's quite simple. First of all, if you have your cursor anywhere else over here, go ahead and press Shift and C, and that will bring it to the center. And then Shift A, and you're going to go ahead and add a plane. Now hit Tab to go into Edit View, or just go down here, and just only highlight 3 vertices, hit X, and then delete the vertices. So, first thing that we're actually, yeah, I'll do it later. First thing that we're going to work on are these things, and they're pretty simple. You just move the vertex to right about here, or anywhere where you'd like to start by pressing G, and then using your mouse to move it around. And then go ahead and press E, and move your mouse, and you can see you made a line. So once you made that line, you're going to go ahead and press G again and move it to the corner here. Now comes for the tricky part, is making this curve. And there are many ways to do it. The way that I prefer to do it is to just press E, 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 and keep pressing E all the way until I reach to the bottom, and cut across and do the same here. So once you go ahead and do that, I will see you guys in just a second once I have this part done. Okay guys, I am back. So as you can see, this is what you'll end up with. Now, the only problem is, don't just grab a vertex and put it in here and go, oh, I'm done. It doesn't work that way. How it works is you get them as close as you can to each other. I mean, not like right on top of each other, but generally where you want them to be. You select both of them, and then press space. That will bring up the search bar. This is where you find most of your tools that aren't up here. So just separate and fill and all that stuff. And those two we'll probably be using today. Anyway, but for this part, just type in merge, or Alt-M is the keyboard shortcut. Go ahead and select that, and if you selected them in the order that I did, you'll press at last, and it will join the two vertices together. Now, it's okay if you do at first, but you'll notice it moves this over here, and we don't want that to happen. Oops, I just made that mistake. So just go ahead and do it, whatever works. Oops. I am a save freak, so I hit Control S and bring this up to here. I'm like, oh god. Anyway, so now that you see we have this cool freaking thing that looks amazing, and there you go. Next part. I'm going to go ahead and make sure my cursor once again is in the center. Shift A, mesh, and circle. Now this is probably going to be the easiest of the whole entire tutorial, is making the two circles. So I'm just going to go ahead and scale it down, move it into the center, scale it up, middle, and there we go. Now I'm just going to Control Copy, or Control C, and then Control V to paste, and then scale the next one up, and there we go. Yeah, I try and make sure that the distance between this line and this is the same, or at least as close as they will be, so everything looks nice and even and perfect, because I'm a perfectionist. Alright, so instead of having to redo everything, we can just go ahead and hit Control C and then Control V, and then R for rotate, and Z for the Z axis. By pressing Z, it will make sure that it won't rotate it in any other random direction. And we're in orthographic view and top view, so even if you just pressed R, it would still work, but I tend to try and do that. And I found that if you're doing it from left to right, like I am, I found minus 120 degree angle, or was it 115? I don't remember. I found that worked best. I might even just try and match it up with this. Yeah, so just go ahead and do that. Try and get that right in here perfectly. Control C, Control V, R, and oops, 120. Alright, and you should be good to go. This is what you should have. Let's go ahead and press 7 again. You were pretty much done with the background image, so you can go ahead and uncheck that. Now for the really fun part that I'm sure everyone will love, is making it 3D, because right now we just have this thing, and even if you were to render it right now, you wouldn't see anything. So first thing that we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and join these three, because they're going to be the same, and press join. This will be on its own, and this will be on its own because the textures will be different. You know, I might even join these two together. Why not? Join. Okay, so go ahead and press tab. Select everything, and press space. Type in fill. The shortcut for that is Alt F. And then go ahead and click on it, and it fills it. So now, if we were to render it, we would see it. Go ahead and do the same for this one. Actually, I'm not going to do that yet. Otherwise, things will look weird. Go ahead and press tab again. Make sure everything is selected. Press E on your keyboard and move it up. The Z axis should already be selected. If not, you'll notice because it'll go off in random directions. So just press C. And why don't we move it up 0.2. Yeah, so just go ahead and type in 0.2 and enter. And now it's 3D. Oh my god. Oh my god. Go ahead and do the same thing with this outer circle here. So fill, then E, oops. And I'm just going to do 0.1. Oops. Sometimes you have to do minus 0.1 because it does random stuff. I'm just going to drag it up. It doesn't really matter. As long as it's not overlapping this, you're fine. You can move it up a tiny bit more. Okay, there we go. So there's one issue that I'm sure that you notice right now is if you look at the sides, they are very rough and it doesn't look smooth like it should be. And there's no light. I'm going to go ahead and turn on environmental lighting. And it looks funky. It doesn't look right. Can't really see it in render view, but whatever. If you were to render it, it'd look weird. It'd look very choppy. So usually a lot of people just press smooth and go done. Not really. It does help, but not as much as you could. Make it look so much better if you did just one more step. Actually, two. So go ahead and make sure, first of all, everything is smoothed out. So just right-click smooth, right-click smooth. And I'm going to make this panel bigger. Go ahead and go into the settings or modifiers. This little wrench thing over here. Click add on modifier and subdivision surface. Now right away you're going, oh god, what the frick is going on? If I keep going, it looks weird and it lags. Don't really do that. I try to leave it in a 1 and just change the render view because it causes so much lag. I'm just going to turn it to 0. If you have it in 0, the modifier actually won't work. Even though the render view is turned up to 2, it will not show it. Just to let you know about that. So go ahead and press tab. Make sure all the edges are selected. Let's just do the circle for now. Make sure you didn't select anything else. And go ahead and press Shift and E. And you'll get this little, I'm pointing at my screen, but you can't see me, like arrow thing. And if you drag it out, you notice that everything becomes pink. And the reason for that is it's making the edge sharp. It's smoothing the things that aren't selected and making the edges sharp. So if I were to go out of edit mode and turn the view up to whatever I like, you will notice that the edges are sharp and around here is a circle. Now, I might have that same issue I had before. I kind of do. But when I put a texture on it, it'll be fine. You'd really have to crank these up to like 6 because you get this weird as lines. I forgot whether it'll show, but it probably won't. Anyway, so go ahead and do that with everything else. You really only need to do it on the tops here. And I actually kind of advise doing this before you even fill in the object, because when you fill in the object, it connects all the vertices, and it can mess things up if you're just using a regular solid color. So I do advise that. Yeah. Make sure the factor for edge crease is turned up all the way to 1. Because we're going to have some seriously sharp edges. You can make it to whatever you want, but I like 1 for this project. Okay, so now that's, Jesus, I keep pressing save. Now that that's over with, let's go ahead and turn the render up to 6, and we're going to start doing the texturing, which is fun. So go ahead and go into your materials panel, which is that little like red and dark red square, circle, I can't do shapes. Go ahead and press new. Since this is going to be yellow, I'm just going to change the diffuse color to just yellow. And since this is going to be black, I'm just going to change this to black. Alright, so we're going to set up our camera. Go ahead and go back into top view. Make sure your cursor is centered. Press Shift A and scroll down to camera. Then press 0 on the number pad. And then just hit G and S. And as you can see, if I drag my cursor out, I can zoom in and out. And just go ahead and zoom out to right about there. You can change the resolution to whatever you want, but this should be perfect. So now I'm just going to go ahead and press render. And ray tree building is going to take a second, especially if you have the subsurf modifier turned way up. It can take quite some time and possibly even crash, and it's looking good so far. But I didn't turn it up. Whoops. Oh, I didn't even give this one a subsurf modifier. That's why it looks funky. That explains a lot. Let's try that again. Any day now. Beautiful. I don't know why that is still like that. It shouldn't be. Oh. I know exactly why. I didn't make a subsurf crease on the bottom of this. So go ahead and do that. Because it will show. It will do weird as crap. Oh, I can show you a secret that I learned just recently. If you want to select an entire surface or part of a surface, go ahead and hit Alt and Shift. Just Alt and right click, and as you can see, I selected the whole lower half of the circle. If you'd like to select more than one thing at once, do Alt, Shift, and then right click. But we won't be doing that today. But just to let you know, you can do that. Okay, now let's re-render that. Is it gonna look good? Yes, it is. And the quality is terrible, but you get the general idea of what's going down. Anyway, I'm kind of picky about certain stuff. It makes me very angry. I don't know why I minimize that. Anyway, let's start texturing. So go ahead, we're just going to start off with this yellow piece here. Go ahead, instead of going into the materials panel, just go one panel to the right, and you'll be in your textures panel. Make sure that the show materials texture thing is selected instead of this part or this part, just this part. Click new, and go ahead and open image. Go ahead and find wherever that you decided to put those textures in. In my case, they're in the project folder, and holy crap, I got a lot of projects going. Now I gotta find it. 429 beans of 4. That's it. All right. 7. Just go ahead and select everything and create a new panel. I haven't done this already. Create a new panel by just going down into the corner here. There's like a little notch. If you click on it and drag it out, you get a new panel. Click in this little box, go from 3D view to UV image editor. Now, let me make this bigger. The render result will come up. We don't want that. We want our texture. So go ahead, render result, click on this little picture, and change it to our texture. Now, whoa, there's a lot of stuff here. That's because it's not unwrapped. It has no idea where to go. The image is there, but it has no idea where to put it. So go ahead and make sure that your cursor is on this side, and press U and unwrap. That did not work. It's because I have everything selected. Okay, make sure not everything is selected. Then press U and unwrap. And there you go. So kind of want to have it like right about here, because there's a little bit of glare going on here, and we don't want that. We want the lighting to be steady all the way around this circle. Now let's give that a render. Any day now. Alright, that looks really good and really nice. And my circle is a circle instead of a choppy thing now. Okay, I don't know why that happened, but whatever. Alright, so if this comes out, you should be satisfied, because that means it worked. And sometimes it doesn't, and you have to do weird crap, and yeah. Don't change anything, just leave it the way it is. You can if you want. Actually, yeah, scroll down, go to Influence, and you see where it says Geometry, select Normal. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it into rendered view. And go ahead and turn that up to about, what happens if I turn it all the way up? About 4.743. I've actually never tried that for this background, but I'd kind of like to try it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, it just depends. And sometimes it takes forever. Here we go. It didn't do anything. Okay. It's kind of what I figured. Oh wait, no, maybe it did. Oh yeah, it did. Okay, never mind. Don't. Just uncheck that. Leave that alone. That was just an experiment. Don't do that. Alright, we're moving on. Next part. Select this black bit here. Go ahead and press tab. And wait, don't press tab. You have to make the texture again. So do exactly what you did before, text in the textures panel, and do that. Open up a new image, and I gotta find it. What's the name? Is it this one? Nope. This one. That's it. Iron texture. Boom. All right. Now you can go ahead and press tab. And we're going to select the whole top of this. By the way, to get this little selector circle thingy, just go ahead and press C on your keyboard while in edit mode. And I believe you can even do it out of edit mode. Yes, you can. But I mainly use it for edit mode. Anyway, go ahead and press tab again. And select Iron Texture. Press U for unwrap. And there you go. I do not know what happened there. Whoa, what is going on? Oh, I know what happened. I selected part of the bottom. Whoops. Make sure only the top bit is selected, because that's all that the viewers will be seeing. I did not think that would happen, because it usually doesn't. I didn't even select the whole top part here. What the heck? What the hey? That's not supposed to happen. It's supposed to be perfect and flawless, like me. I'm perfect and no, I'm just kidding. Alright. Are you done? Are you gonna be kind now? Please? Alright. There we go. Go ahead and press unwrap again. I'm sorry. There we go. That's how it should look. I do not know what happened. Go ahead and give that a render once you're done. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This is what we want to be seeing. this is what you should end up with. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and turn the quality up to 100. It doesn't look nice. The background's gray, it just looks like a weird thing. So we're going to go ahead and change the background to black. To do that, you go ahead and press on this world thing, this globe, and select paper sky. Change the horizon color to black. Once you do that, go ahead and let's work on the lighting. Lighting is very important. Press Shift C to make sure your cursor is in the center again, and Shift A, lamp, point. Now I'm going to be going into actually move the lamp up 6 and left, so -3 on the x-axis. Actually, let's do another -3 and let's go ahead and give that a render. But wait, I forgot. Make sure you have environmental lighting turned off. It's environment lighting, not environmental lighting. I actually never noticed that. And I've been using Blender since 2013, so that's kind of sad. I should know this. Alright. Perfect. Ew. Okay, there's still one more thing that we have to fix, but so far I'm actually kind of satisfied with the lighting. Note how I say kinda. Yeah, why don't we, forgot to tell you this. Go back in your materials panel and turn specularity off. So just down to 0. And do that for both textures, and then render it again. How are we doing here? We're still doing good? Yes, we are. Beautiful. And it is really freaking windy outside. Oh my god. I am peeking through the blinds, and it is very windy. There we go, that's what I want to see. Perfecto. Alright. Now, you can leave it at this, that's fine. For my case, I made it a bit darker, and I moved the lamp over to the left more. So I probably moved it another like -5. And turn the energy down to 0.5. That might even be too far. But really, you just kind of got to play around with it and see what looks best on your monitor. I have a very bright monitor, so this worked out fine. But in some instances, it can be too dark. Like if you're looking at it on a phone, it's way too dark. So I made a few different renders with different lighting. And yeah, actually I think this is exactly what I did before. Pretty much. What did I do in the last project? Go away. Oh, 0.2. Never mind. Alright, change the energy down to 0.29. And really what I was going for was to just kind of get that, minimize, that kind of half lit effect, so you see the full circle and the rest is just kind of faded off into the darkness. I don't even know what that's called, but yeah. The majority of things that I do, I have no idea what are called. So I call it, the half lit effect thingy, or just random crap. And it's just weird. But I know how to do it. Yeah, anyway, so you can just play around with the lighting, screw around with all the settings. I really advise that's how I learned Blender, was Googling YouTube videos and messing around with stuff and breaking it. I've crashed Blender more times than I'd probably ever turned it on. I have a tendency to do that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Like and favorite if you did, subscribe please, and I'll see you guys on the next video I decide to make next. So yeah, peace.